What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all see the topic up there, and it's your boy Two Raw TV Uncut. So I got my cameras and everything set up right now. How I gotta do this show tonight, cause I want this to be visual. I want this to be visual as much as possible. I want to get everybody up in the room. What up, E? E done beat the number one in here. It still says zero people in here, and E already here. She beat the number one here. E, you came in so fast, it still says zero people watching. But E, this live, this for you and for everybody else, right? That be want to know, like, Raw, why you don't celebrate Christmas? Why you don't do this? What I be trying to explain to everybody, I'm gonna put it in your face right now. Now I'm gonna do a test run real quick, E. Let me know if you can hear this real quick. Well, hey, ain't no need to do a test run, cause now it's for y'all in here. So everybody want to know why? Hey, everybody want to know why you don't celebrate Christmas. So you just gonna take Christmas away from the kids and this and that? Listen here, man. Listen here. When you get through watching this, you might have a different outlook on Christmas. Why do y'all celebrate Christmas? Hey, stop, boy. Calm down. So look, I want to know why. I want to know, like Joe, why y'all celebrate Christmas, right? Everybody say, "Oh, it's the birth of Jesus, this and that, da da da." Jesus was not born on December 25th. After this video, y'all gonna see everything for real, on why we shouldn't celebrate Christmas. Now, I don't know how many people gonna get up in here. Y'all think I should start the video now? Or should we give everybody some time to get here? A little bit more people. Because the number keep going up. Went from 1 to 3, 4, 6. Like, what's up, man? Y'all ready? Y'all want to know, like Joe, why your boy don't celebrate Christmas? All right, I'm going to flip the screen around a little bit. All right, the screen now flipped around. So let me know if y'all can see that real quick. Y'all can see it. She say, because it was taught, because it was my favorite, or my family taught me it was a tradition. I bet. So let me know if y'all can hear this too. Let me flip the camera one more time and get the show started. That December 25th was a pagan day. Or what if I told you the pagans used December 25th? Let me start it all the way over. Can y'all hear it? I told you that December 25th was a pagan day. Let me know if y'all can hear it. I told you the pagans used December 25th as a day to complete a satanic ritual. What if I told you that? I guarantee most people have never heard that before. But the problem is, we don't ask questions. For instance, why do you bring a tree into your house on Christmas? I say, can you hear the video? That star on the top of that tree. Why do you also dig it with ornaments with silver and gold? Also, why do people kiss under the mistletoe? Why do we light candles on Christmas? Why do you do all of these things? Can y'all hear the video? You don't. All right, bet. Let me shut up then. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into the history and we're gonna find out where these things come from, so you can make a conscious decision whether you want to continue to follow and celebrate Christmas or not. Welcome everybody in. So St. Louis, Carla, Vicky, what's up? How y'all doing? This is why I don't celebrate Christmas, though. We're gonna be reading from this book called Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. It says the festivals of Rome are innumerable, but 5 of the most important may be singled out for elucidation, viz. Christmas Day, Lady Day, Easter, the Nativity of St. John, and the Feast of Assumption.
Each and all of these can be proved to be Babylonian. And first, as to the festival in honor of the birth of Christ, or Christmas, how comes it that the festival was connected with the 25th of December? There is not a word in the scriptures about the precise day of his birth or the time of year when he was born. What is recorded there implies that whatsoever time his birth took place, it could not have been on the 25th of December. December 25th goes all the way back to ancient Babylon, all right? They had paganistic customs and rituals. It was during the time of the winter and summer solstice. The winter solstice is the time where the night is at its longest extent, and the summer solstice is the time when the daytime is during its longest extent. So the pagans back then took these 2 days and they started to make deities out of them, with the winter solstice being dark, representing evil, and the summer solstice being the light, representing the good. The pagans took these days and they started to make deities out of these days. So, for instance, like the Egyptian god Horus, he was born on December 25th. The Greek god Helios, he was born on December 25th. The Greco-Roman god Apollo, he was born on December 25th. The Hindu god Mithra was also born on December 25th. And also Baal, who was named after Nimrod, who after Nimrod's death became deified by his mother Semiramis, and who was said to become the sun god, he was also born on December 25th. So all the historians and the elite know that December 25th was always used as a day to conjure up demons and to complete a satanic ritual. They already know this already. So what they've done is they've taken the Bible and they amalgamated it with this pagan day and masked it over with Christ.
If it's gorgeous, you want stunning.
They gonna be trying to block this thing. Get your butt down, bro. Get down. Somebody want a dog? Who want a dog? Who want a dog, man? I forgot I'm on this one. This thing ain't got my thing on it. It's gonna put the things on there. But y'all see so far why I don't celebrate Christmas. Let's go. Hold on, let me skip this video.
They got the whole world
stop, bro.
Celebrating this demonic paganistic day without them even knowing. At the time that the angels announced his birth to the shepherds of Bethlehem, they were feeding their flocks by night in the open fields. Now, no doubt the climate of Palestine is not so severe as the climate of this country, but even there, though the heat of the day is considerable, the cold of the night from December to February is very piercing. And it was not the custom for the shepherds of Judea to watch their flocks in the open fields later than about the end of October. So what the Bible does substantiate is that during the time that Christ was born, the shepherds were out in the fields grazing the flock. So Christ could not have been born during the time of December 25th because it was not the custom of the shepherds of Judea to be out in the dead middle of winter trying to graze flock. That is just not a custom of the shepherds of Judea. At the birth of Christ, every woman and child was to go to be taxed at the city whereto they belonged. Whether some had long journeys, but the middle of winter was not fitting for such a business, especially for women with child and children to travel in. Therefore, Christ could not be born in the depth of winter. You see that? They said Christ could not be born in the depth of winter because during that time, Christ's parents had to go back to the city of Bethlehem where Christ was born to pay a tax because the Romans set up publicans so people could come back to the cities where they were from to pay tribute. And the Romans would not have set up a time like that during that time of winter because people had to travel. If you know anything about the history of Judea, if you know anything about the history of the Israelites, you know that they traveled on foot, they traveled on camels, right? But they don't have heat to keep themselves warm for them to travel like that. Like we have today, we got cars. We can jump in a car and drive 50 miles to an area because we got heat in our car. They didn't have that back then. They had to travel on foot and they had to travel with animals. So the Romans would not have set up a taxation time during the dead middle of winter for these people to come pay tribute. It just would not happen. So that also proves that Christ was not born during the time of December 25th. Okay, so let's get the definition of Christmas out of the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. It says Christmas, the anniversary of the birth of Christ, and its observance celebrated by most Protestants and Roman Catholics on December 25th, by Eastern Orthodox churches on January 6th, and by the Armenian Church on January 19th. The first mention of its observance on December 25th is in the time of Constantine, about AD 325.
Sit down, man.
The date of the birth of Christ is not known. See, all of the scholars know that Christ was not born on December 25th. They know this already. They know Christ was, this is factual information to all of the scholars. They know this. Constantine even knew when he set it up, he knew that Christmas had nothing to do with Christ. He knew that already. He knew it was a pagan day to complete a satanic ritual. He knew that. How then did the Roman Church fix on December the 25th as Christmas Day? Why thus? Long before the 4th century and long before the Christian era itself, a festival was celebrated among the heathen at the precise time of the year in honor of the birth of the son of the Babylonian queen of heaven. And back during the time of the Romans, they had a day called Saturnalia. It was the same thing as Christmas. The same way you celebrate Christmas today, they celebrated Saturnalia on the same scale that we celebrate Christmas today, where these men would walk around with no clothes on. They would engage in sexual acts with other men. They would give each other gifts and sing songs. And it was the same way you celebrate Christmas today. That's where the concept of Christmas came from.
Hey, nah, this where it get deep at, right? This what I just be trying to shine a little light on this. Mr. Picklefoot, what up? I get it. I'm not trying to change nobody's mind on stopping them from celebrating holidays. But it get real deep, and people should know the truth that these scholars know. People should be able to know the truth and at least know what you're celebrating, and they give you a choice to decide if you still want to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm doing right now, just shining a little light on it. If you decide to still celebrate Christmas, so be it. But I'm just putting the knowledge out there so people can be knowledgeable about these holidays that we don't even really understand what's going on. This is the same video that changed my mind about all of these holidays, because we only do it because it's tradition and it was taught to us in our family. But if you understand the root of all this stuff, man, look here, it's deeper than Christmas and family and friends. It's deeper than all of that. But I'm gonna let it finish playing. Let's go.
Saturnalia. So these people were celebrating Christmas way before they ever heard about a Christ. Way before they ever heard about a Christ, they were celebrating Christmas. The Romans were with Saturnalia. This Saturnalia, it started out with 2 days, from December 17th to December 19th. And then they changed it all the way to a week. So the Romans of antiquity were celebrating Christmas before they knew anything about a Christ. They were celebrating Christmas. The only difference is they was worshiping the Babylonian god Nimrod, reincarnated as Talmud. And they changed his name to Saturn. It's the same God. It is the same exact God. And if you know anything about the history of religion, you know all the religion comes from Rome. Rome gave everybody their religion. That's where the Baptists come from. That's where the Seventh-day Adventists come from. That's where the Jehovah's Witnesses come from. That's where the Catholics come from. That's where Christianity comes from. It all comes from ancient Rome. And it may be fairly presumed that in order to conciliate the heathen and to swell the number of the nominal adherents of Christianity, the same festival was adopted by the Roman Church, giving it only the name of Christ. This tendency on the part of Christians to meet paganism halfway was very early developed. So during the time of Constantine devised a wicked scheme take the Christians and the pagans and bring them under one umbrella. That's what he was trying to do. But at the time, the pagans was kicking back against it. The pagans didn't want to do it because the pagans thought they was going to have to give up their Saturnalia and all the other things that they was worshiping. So Constantine said, you know what? If you guys like to worship that Saturnalia and all these other demonic things that y'all like to do, don't worry about that. You can still do that if you come under this branch of Christianity. And the Christians, they knew that they could still worship Jesus and all these other things. So the pagans was like, hey, if I don't have to give up nothing and I can keep doing all the same things I've been doing, hey, let's do it. Let's make it happen. We can do it. So that's how all the pagans and the Christians came under one umbrella through Constantine. Even though Constantine knew it had nothing to do with Christ. It had nothing to do with it. He knew that. Just like Constantine knew, the pastors know too. You got these pastors going around teaching everybody.
Nah, it ain't Dr. Umar.
25th is Christ's birthday.
No.
When it has nothing to do with Christ at all. Nothing. And even when you go to like Walmart and all these stores, you don't see anything about Christ. You hear Santa Claus is coming to town. You hear Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You don't hear nothing about Christ at all. Nothing. Because it has nothing to do with Christ. They know that already. Trust me, they know this already. And they got the whole world celebrating this demonic pagan day.
Demonic.
They don't even know they conjuring up demons and spirits.
Facts.
And we find Tertullian, even in his day, about the year 230, bitterly lamenting the inconsistency of the disciples of Christ in this respect, and contrasting it with the strict fidelity of the pagans to their own superstition. By us, says he, who are strangers to the Sabbaths and new moons and festivals once acceptable to God, the Saturnalia, the Feast of January, the Brumalia, and Matronalia are now frequented. Gifts are carried to and fro. New Year's Day presents are made with din, and sports and banquets are celebrated with uproar. Oh, how much more faithful are the heathen to their religion, who take special care to adopt no solemnity from the Christians. Upright men strive to stem the tide, but in spite of all their efforts, the apostasy went on to the church, with the exception of a small remnant, was submerged under the pagan superstition. So during that time, when Constantine brought everybody under the same roof, you still had a few group of Christians who was still following Christ, who still wanted to follow the Bible as it is written. But because so many pagans came in during that time, they kind of washed those Christians out, and they eventually moved on and let paganism take over. And that's how we got Christmas today, because it was passed down from the Babylonians to Rome to the Greeks and everybody else. And that's how we got it today. That Christmas was originally a pagan festival is beyond all doubt. The time of year and the ceremonies with which it is still celebrated proves its origins. In Egypt, the son of Isis, the Egyptian title for the Queen of Heaven, was born at this very time, about the time of the winter solstice. The very name by which Christmas is popularly known among ourselves, Yule Day, proves at once its pagan and Babylonian origin. Yule, as the Chaldee name for an infant or little child, and as the 25th of December was called by our pagan Anglo-Saxon ancestors, Yule Day, or the Child's Day, at the night that it preceded it, Mother Night, long before they came into contact with Christianity, that sufficiently proved its real character.
Deep down, we all know what holidays are about.
He said, I can see if you were raised like this, you would understand more. That's the interesting thing. The most interesting thing about that whole thing right here is the ones who don't get it. It's like it's not for you. You feel me? Like it's not for a lot of people. But the people who take it in, they understand it. They be like, oh snap! Like you get it. Like it's for those people. That's what it's about. Like for real. Cause like some people just won't never get out their ways. But the thing about it, right? the ways that we taught and the things that we can't let go, our ancestors never heard of these. They never did the stuff that we do. When you taught all this stuff by your oppressor and you can't let it go for nothing, because why? Granddaddy, grandmama, they did it. We can't never let it go. But it's so evil. It's so evil.
And you, so long as the festive seasons last, were equally lighted by the pagans on the eve of the festival of the Babylonian god to do honor to him. For it was one of the distinguishing peculiarities of his worship to have lighted wax candles on his altars. So when you light those candles, guess what? You are representing and worshiping Nimrod. It is completing a satanic ritual.
Facts.
It is Babylonian. It is a paganistic custom. And what's crazy to me is most Christians think that they're worshiping Christ by celebrating Christmas, not knowing in the very Bible that they read, it tells you not to worship it.
It say don't do it.
Chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. You see that? So in the Bible, it says, learn not the way of the heathen. It said they take a tree and they cut it out the forest and they dig it with silver and gold. What is that talking about? Christmas.
It's Christmas tree.
That Christmas tree represents a false god. The Christmas tree, now so common among us,
it's idolizing.
It's equally common in pagan Rome and pagan Egypt. In Egypt, that tree was
that's the Bible telling you not to do that.
Rome, it was the fir, the palm tree denoting the pagan Messiah as Baal Tamar, the fir referring to him as Baal Berith.
And when you look at it, Nimrod was going to come back as a tree. Nimrod was going to come back as a tree out of a stump.
You see that? So these are all
like people don't get it though.
Gods, Baal Tamar and Baal Berith. These are all false gods that stem from pagan Babylon.
The most evil gods ever.
And digging it and trying to fix this tree up all pretty and putting lights on it, you are completing a satanic ritual. It's
and you don't even know it.
So we need to understand where these things stem from before we start celebrating certain holidays. And we need to understand where they come from. A lot of these things are pagan. They come from ancient Babylon. And a lot of these things are basically having the entire world completing a satanic ritual.
Facts. Yes, sir. So that goes to show that's one of the reasons why I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas, and you can't get me to celebrate Christmas ever again. I'm not about to sit out here. Look, it brought Timothy Hutchins out the bushes. Cause look, people do not understand what they be doing. How could you look here? The only reason, if you ask all black folks, white folks too, they don't know either. If you ask black folks, why do you celebrate Christmas? Like the real reason why, to get gifts, and it was just taught to us, and like this and that. You don't even know why you do it. You don't know the real meaning of why you do it. And the one thing we teach our kids, our grandchildren, and everything, it's like, don't do nothing that you don't understand. Like, why you, like you tell people don't talk on nothing they don't understand. But people get out here and they go spend all their money. They do all this stuff with these holidays that they don't even understand. Bro, I think people get it, and they are just gonna do what they were taught and used to. See, that's the thing though. Like, and the Bible say our people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge. You get the knowledge. The scholars, this how us black folks is, right? And this is how people play on our top so bad, right? Tribe, Judah, what's up? Tribe know what's up. Tribe here for it, boy. Hey, Tribe, what's up? But this is the thing, right? Our people, right? Our people so lost Like they did so much damage to us to that we don't even care no more. Like for real. Hey, people. It was just he just read the scripture out of the Bible. Well, big God just said don't do it, and people like I'm still gonna do it. Like what? It don't make sense to me. That's why I say like it's not for everybody. It might not be you. You might not be in the tribe just cause we black. All skin folk ain't kin folk. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's for the people who get it for real. You know what I'm saying? Some people really don't get it. I'm just saying why some do it. Nah, I get what you're saying, E. But I'm just explaining too to the people who still be like, oh, I'm still gonna put up my tree. People who watch that and they're still gonna put the tree up. And God just say, don't be like the heathen. For the heathen, they go out there and do this. Like, well, if God came and sat in your lip, if God came and got on CNN News tomorrow, the morning show, and told everybody, I said don't celebrate Christmas, and he go back off into heaven and just go back off, and they watch him ride off back into this in the heaven on the cloud. Guess what people gonna do on December 25th? Still celebrate Christmas, cause their grandmama taught them that. Your grandma was taught something by her oppressor. That your grandma got script from her true religion, like her true spirituality, like our ancestors got script. Tribe, tell them who birthday on December 25th, man. Tribe know what's up. You got Baal, aka Nimrod. All of these evil gods' birthday is December 25th. It's no record that Jesus was born on December 25th. The people who taught us was taught wrong, and now we are here. But it's up now that we know, why stay there? Why we know that they was taught wrong and we still gonna continue? Why we know they wrong and we still do wrong? Why we know wrong? We know it's wrong. We know they was taught wrong, but we still do it. It's because it's the gift giving. It's the spirit that's on people right now. This time of year, every year, the spirit just gets stronger and stronger, right? The spirit gets stronger and stronger each and every year. And it take over people. It's the holiday spirit, the evilest spirit out there. It be all over people. You can see it on them. They be around here, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They be full of the holiday spirit. They just do what they know. That's what I'm saying. But like some people will still know it. They don't even gotta seek it. They can just stumble upon it. They will refuse to believe it, just like the TD Jakes thing. I don't want to believe that my pastor did that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to believe that. Now Thanksgiving was messed up too. It's the same. I don't celebrate no holiday. I don't celebrate no holidays. I don't do that holiday junk, man, for real. I really don't do that. My kids don't look forward to it. We taught them at a young age. I really believe my kids, they know what's up. My kids call the holidays the devil days. They be like, man, we ain't celebrating none of them evil days. Like, they know what's up. So, and the kids are the ones that we should be teaching to. And the only reason I'm finna do, hey, look, I'm glad you here. I'm glad you here, Tribe. Oh, that wasn't even Tribe. That's Timothy Hutchins. He said, what you think about that? I'm going to do the Thanksgiving one too. The reason why I just did this one is because after Thanksgiving, that's the day that most people put up their Christmas trees. So I was just throwing that out there too. But I got one about Thanksgiving too. All of these holidays, check it out. All these holidays that these people put out here. So what do we celebrate?
In the winter season, around December 25th,
We supposed to celebrate days like the Passover and stuff like that. The days that they celebrated in the Bible days, that the days that they celebrated and stuff like that. They take Easter, right? I only celebrate 420 and that's every day. All right. All right, bro. Look, I feel you on that. But look, all right, Easter like Easter, right? Easter, they celebrating like the fertility god, Esther, right? Esther was a fertility god. So that's why they got the Easter egg and the Easter bunny. Bunnies do not lay eggs. It'll take a miracle from the fertility god for a rabbit to lay an egg. You get what I'm saying? And they put more focus on that than they do about Jesus. The Feast of Dedication, these are the holidays. It's holidays that we are supposed to celebrate. Like, for real. And I ain't making light of the situation either. Like, I'm being serious right now. Because I'm doing videos like this to inform everybody about this stuff like that. Y'all wouldn't know about like the Valentine's Day, like all this stuff that we be just celebrating, like willingly just going and doing it. All right, here go. Let's look up the dark truth. Let's look up this real quick. Hold on. Let me find this video from my boy. I gotta find it from my boy, the right video. I don't want to go too long on it. Ain't where that? Hold on. You got to make sure you find the right one about your history and stuff, man. People who gonna go up in them scholar books. All right,
in a few days, many families across America will be coming together to celebrate Thanksgiving, seen by many as a day of giving thanks and appreciation. While so many families celebrate the holiday, very few know the real origins of the day. Even less people know the history of Thanksgiving and what's the true.
Yeah, the Sabbath. We supposed to represent the Sabbath.
What you were never told about Thanksgiving in school. Stick around to the
See, it's holidays that we are supposed to celebrate.
Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we're
facts. It's knowledge. Somebody got to tell it.
That you weren't taught about in school. Let's get right into it. Every year on the last Thursday of November, many people around the world celebrate Thanksgiving.
Hold on, I don't want to see this dude video right here.
Family to have a feast. People come together and eat like kings, gorging on turkey and mashed potatoes and pumpkin pie, all while giving thanks to being with
you gotta
family.
dig deep to find it.
Thanksgiving as a child was always great, as I was surrounded by family members while eating more food than we ate all week. Even though Thanksgiving was always great, I never really knew why we celebrated it. I was told in school it was due to the Pilgrims hosting a feast for the Native Americans. Now, as an adult, after researching many of these holidays for myself, in a few
days, let's go.
Many families across America will be coming together to celebrate Thanksgiving, seen by many as a day of giving thanks and appreciation. While so many families celebrate the holiday, very few know the real origins of the day. Even less people know the history of Thanksgiving and what's the true purpose of celebrating it. If you're interested in hearing what you were never told about Thanksgiving in school, stick around to the end, because you might just learn why they want you to blindly participate in it. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the truth about Thanksgiving that you weren't taught about in school. Let's get right into it. Every year on the last Thursday of November, many people around the world celebrate Thanksgiving by coming together with their family to have a feast. People come together and eat like kings, gorging on turkey and mashed potatoes and pumpkin pie, all while giving thanks to being with family. I remember Thanksgiving as a child was always great, as I was surrounded by family members while eating more food than we ate all week. Even though Thanksgiving was always great, I never really knew why we celebrated it. I was
Surratt, what's up?
It was due to the Pilgrims hosting a feast for the Native Americans. Now, as an adult, after researching many of these holidays for myself, I came to the realization that Thanksgiving might not be at all what we expected. The holiday's history goes much further back than the Pilgrims, tracing all the way back to the times of the pagans. You might be thinking that Thanksgiving is harmless since it's all about eating and coming together with your family. The thing is, most people don't know what Thanksgiving was originally created for. It had nothing to do with pilgrims, but with giving thanks to the pagan gods. Now, before I continue, don't get me wrong, my intentions with this video aren't to ruin Thanksgiving for anybody. I am not telling anyone not to celebrate Thanksgiving with their families. That's not my point with this video. My goal with this video is to help people.
Ordinary is the opposite of beautiful.
What you say, Timothy? Timothy say, I don't know how I stumbled across this channel, but I like knowing more about history. Thanks for the info, Too Raw. You gained a sub. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Hey, make sure you hit the bell, too, and get notified every time we go live, bro. Appreciate the new sub, man. Welcome Timothy to the family. That's why I'm playing it, and nobody, you never look at it like that, so it's a lot of different stuff on here.
They can determine if this is something they even agree to celebrate. I myself stopped celebrating holidays completely, as they all have a history that doesn't align with my Christian beliefs. If you saw my video on Halloween, then you should already remember that Halloween is also a pagan festival called Samhain. Last year, December, I also made a video on Christmas, which is another pagan festival called Saturnalia, which was celebrated by the Romans to praise the god Saturn way before it was converted into Christmas by the Catholic Church. Just like Halloween and Christmas, Thanksgiving is no different. Thanksgiving's true origins have nothing to do with the Pilgrims and the Native Americans, as Thanksgiving can be traced back much further. Thanksgiving is actually a pagan festival that was celebrated by the Celtics and the Romans. The Romans were known to celebrate a much earlier version of Thanksgiving that people celebrate in modern times that they called Saturnalia. The festival was in honor of the harvest goddess of grain called Ceres. On this day, the Romans would feast and celebrate with friends and family just like people do today. The Celtics used to host harvest celebrations as well, in honor of the good harvest granted by the gods. This festival eventually became the British festival called Harvest Home. Even though Harvest Home didn't take place every year on the same day, it was still meant to celebrate the good harvest. There was also a separate religious holiday that was called the Day of Thanksgiving, which was practiced in the Church of England, where people would pick one day to give thanks to God. This may be how the holiday got its name, but all the Thanksgiving traditions, especially the Thanksgiving feast and the foods of choice made for the feast, all trace back to these two pagan festivals. A lot of the traditions we incorporate with Thanksgiving traces back to pagan roots. For example, the cornucopia is a Thanksgiving staple, and it can be seen in many images associated with Thanksgiving. The cornucopia is the horn basket with fruits and vegetables sticking out, usually seen on Thanksgiving decorations. The cornucopia was very important to the Romans' harvest traditions, as they believed it traced all the way back to the gods. The Romans believed that a goat had ripped off his horn and gave it to Zeus. He told him that as long as he had the horn, he would never go hungry, as the horn would reproduce food on its own. This is why the cornucopia basket is always shown full of food. We can see the pagans had an obsession with the horned beast, as we see time and time again the Baphomet goat worship coming from the Romans and the Celtics that traces back to Moloch. Another famous Thanksgiving tradition is eating a big old turkey, as it's the center dish of the feast. Many families across the U.S. celebrate their Thanksgiving feast with a turkey.
We'll do that.
Why? The turkey is associated with the Native Americans, and they see the animal as a connection to the land. Similar to the Celtics and the Romans, they worship nature and the gods. This is why turkey has been chosen to honor the harvest. What many people don't know is that all these holidays are connected to one another. All of the holidays happen in this specific order for a reason. Halloween comes first, as Celtics and the Romans celebrate Samhain. They would perform rituals and sacrifices for the gods of death in order to have a good harvest. Then, Thanksgiving takes place to give thanks for that good harvest. The entire festival is to thank the gods and those who were sacrificed for the good harvest. And then comes Christmas, which is Saturnalia, which the Romans believe was the birthday of their god Saturn. It's important that people know that Jesus Christ was not born on December 25th. You can easily look this up. That idea actually came from the Roman Catholic Church, who wanted to keep their Roman pagan beliefs alive by merging them with the rising Christian beliefs. That gave birth to the Catholic Church. They celebrated Saturnalia to honor the gods who had blessed them with a good harvest. This is why every year around the end of the year, these big three holidays take place. And we hear people begin to talk about the upcoming holidays. Every single year, people follow these pagan festival cycle without asking why. Because most people won't really research these things, they never know that they're participating in pagan traditions. If you're a Christian, then I believe it's important to know what you give your energy and worship to. These holidays are made to direct your worship to pagan gods. When Yeshua died for our sins, all other pagan religions started to die. His movement was so powerful that the fallen gods all began to fall. So those who worship these fallen gods found a new way to worship them and convince people to do the same. These holidays are simply created to manipulate people to blindly participate in pagan traditions. These holidays have become normalized to the masses, so they blindly participate in them. Our people are sadly lost, as they have been tricked with false narratives and lies. A lot of people believe Thanksgiving is a holy day, and that is spoken about in the Bible, but it's not. The main tradition of Thanksgiving goes directly against the Bible, which is the feast. The Bible speaks against gluttony, warning God's people not to partake in the activity. We obviously know why gluttony is considered bad, as eating more than necessary is not good for anyone. Thanksgiving is a festival that glorifies gluttony and eating way more than needed while celebrating.
Everybody eat 5, 6 plates. You sit there and you sin.
Because in the Bible, it clearly instructs us not to give our worship to any other god. Thanksgiving is so popular in America, and it's because America is built off these greedy values of having more than you need. We praise materialism and money over faith in God. This is why the Thanksgiving traditions work so well here. Having a feast with way more food than needed is such an American thing to do. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, I didn't make this video to tell any of you guys not to celebrate Thanksgiving. If you want to celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm not judging you, and I respect your decision. I understand that it's a day that the family comes together and spends valuable time with each other. And that's beautiful, and I encourage you guys.
But you should do that more than on Thanksgiving.
I just simply wanted you guys to know the truth about the holiday. There's a reason why this holiday was celebrated, and it's to honor the sacrifices made for the good harvest. It's just another pagan tradition that we have been manipulated to celebrate. Like I said, spending time with the family is important, but you don't have to do it on a day that's used to honor pagan gods. Maybe pick a different day to spend with your family. Don't give these fallen gods power by celebrating holidays created to honor them. If you're a Christian, your worship should only be directed to the one true God, Jehovah, also known as Elohim. We the people should know what we are participating in and not just follow what we are told. We need to show that we're not puppets, and our worship only goes to the one true God.
Facts.
Those who run our world believe the masses are just sheep to herd whichever way they want. We must prove them wrong and show them that we are smarter than they believe. What most people don't know is that the elite come from the same bloodlines that worship these pagan gods.
From the Romans.
Keeping up with those pagan traditions and deceiving millions to do the same. Now, I'm interested to know your guys' thoughts below. Did you already know this about Thanksgiving? Did anything I say today change your views on Thanksgiving or any of the holidays? If you still choose to celebrate Thanksgiving, no judgment. At least now you know what the holiday is truly about. Like I always say, we must remember that every day we wake up, our souls are at stake. And we also must remember to help those who can't see the truth, find the truth. Well, that's it for this one.
And that's what I'm doing.
And I'll see you guys.
That's what I'm doing, y'all. I'm trying to help the people who don't see the truth. I'm trying to help y'all see it. Because somebody showed me this stuff and stopped making me do it. Which y'all want to, what holiday y'all want to do next? What holiday y'all want next, man? Put it in the chat right now. The first holiday come up there, we're gonna debunk that one next. What y'all want to do next? What do y'all want to do next? Google can't even tell you when God was born. It says unknown. I'm telling you that. The 4th of July, that's a different holiday. That's an independent day, but we'll look up that too. Let's go to the truth about the 4th of July. Let's go. I gotta find these brothers, the videos from these brothers, man. Let me find it. Let me find the video. One that ain't so doggone long. They all in here, but I'm trying to find one that's long. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Black. I want to talk about black people and the 4th of July, and should we celebrate it? Me personally, I don't think we should, but I found a video here of this guy here that believe that we should. So together we're gonna watch this video and hear his story, and I'll be kind of like give you my perspective on this as we
We'll do New Year's next.
Get started here.
Good morning, Facebook family and friends. Today is Monday, July 4th, the year of 2016. So it's a beautiful hot day outside. We're running around trying to take the dogs out, just doing a bunch of stuff. It's heat and I ain't burning up. I just came back from the I'm
big, ain't he?
hanging out in the pool later on in the complex. And, I did a video a year ago about wearing this shirt. And I wore this shirt and it created a whole lot of controversy, which was kind of bizarre to me because it's just a American flag t-shirt. A lot of black folks felt that as a black African American man,
you really not supposed to celebrate your birthday either. That's like honoring yourself and all that other stuff. Like, that's why we don't know when Jesus was born, because they didn't celebrate birthdays in the Bible and stuff like that.
Louisville, Mississippi. It is the country down
there. I'm discussing something about my father. One thing, my father couldn't read nor write.
Y'all want to go straight to the New Year? I don't like him.
So as a little kid, I was embarrassed about this. I was really ashamed that my father couldn't read. I don't know how he had a driver's license because he could read a little bit, but somehow he had a driver's license and other stuff. And all this. But as a little kid, I learned how to read, which I learned how to read at a very early age. I used to read my father newspaper. We had newspaper that we learned as a little kid, newspaper routes. And my father, on days that he was there, would pick up the paper and say, read it to me. And I'd have to read his paper. And if there were words I didn't understand, I had to get a dictionary, look it up, and read it to him.
Hey, I'm gonna go to the other one, man.
Sometimes high school days come around.
He talking too much, man. Let's look up the truth about the New Year's. Cause the truth about the New Year's will be more interesting than the 4th of July. We all know that Juneteenth is our day. That's all they're gonna talk about for real. See, me technically, I don't believe that New Year's would be January 1st. I believe that the earth would tell us that when the seasons and stuff change. I think the New Year is when the end of the year is in wintertime when everything die off. And I believe spring bring forth a new year. It just makes sense to me like that way. Hold on. I gotta find. They be trying to block out a lot of those videos that used to be here, that like people used to look up and everything. You got all this crazy stuff on here, bro. The internet done got so dangerous. It used to be more interesting back in the day, right? New Year's used to be so interesting back in the day. It's like they try to block out a lot of the truth off here. All right, look. So since we got a crowd of people here, right? Not a crowd, but it's 9 people. So check this out right here. This is what we gonna look up right here. Let's look this up right here. And look at this junk. They just take the whole life off of YouTube. It's like all those videos that used to have so much truth to it and knowledge to it, it no longer exists on YouTube no more. It's like they done blocked a lot of people's videos. That's how you know it's an evil agenda out there. They done blocked all these videos that used to be here. And they got all this stupid stuff up here right now, like Zombie World and all this other crazy stuff. This is wild as heck right here. All right, I found one. Here we go. I found one, y'all. Let's go there.
Hard Rock Bet.
Let's go there, y'all.
All right, y'all. So what if I told you that Easter was a pagan day? And what if I told you that Easter had nothing to do with the resurrection of Christ, Easter eggs, bunnies, or anything that we've been taught about this holiday? What if I told you that? Today I'm going to show you the origins of Easter so you can make a conscious decision whether you want to continue to celebrate this holiday or not. So today we're going to be reading from this book called The Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. It says the festival of which we read in church history under the name of Easter in the 3rd or 4th centuries was quite a different festival from that now observed in the Roman church. You see that? It says what they knew as Easter back then is not the same as what they celebrating it is today. And we know now that we have the Roman Catholic Church who's spearheading and took over this holiday, which was really a holy day. All they did was move the letter Y from holy day and added the letter I, and now they call it a holiday. So since we got the Roman Catholic Church who's spearheading this day, it is nowhere near the same as what they celebrated back then. Watch.
The Romans always got something going on.
Any such name as Easter. It was called Pasch or the Passover. It was called the Pasch or Passover. That is the name the Most High said it should have been called. And though not an apostolic institution, was very early observed by many professing Christians in commemoration of the death and resurrection of Christ.
Good fool, what's up?
Back then, they actually celebrated it for the death and resurrection of Christ. They wasn't celebrating for any other reason. They wasn't celebrating using bunny eggs and dyeing eggs and painting colors on them They wasn't doing any of that back then in commemoration of the Easter that they celebrate today. Socrates, the ancient ecclesiastical historian, after a lengthened account of the different ways in which Easter was observed in different countries in his time, So Socrates, he went around and he paid attention to how Easter was observed in different countries in his time. Now watch what he says about how Easter was observed. Watch. It says the 5th century sums up in these words. Thus, much already laid down may seem a sufficient treatise to prove that the celebration of the feast of Easter began everywhere more of custom.
You sure
by
did,
any
tribe.
commandment either of Christ or any apostle. You see that? He said this Easter that they celebrating today was out of custom. It had nothing to do with a commandment that Christ gave or an apostle gave. Because when you look throughout the Bible, nowhere in the Bible will you see that they will tell you to celebrate Easter the way it's being celebrated today. That is not in the Bible. So he said this was all just out of custom and not by any commandment. Such is the history of Easter. The popular observances that still attend the period of its celebration amply confirm the testimony of history as to its Babylonian character. It says Easter is Babylonian. The way they're celebrating Easter today, it is Babylonian. It comes from ancient Babylon. It is all pagan. It is all something that the pagans were doing back in ancient Babylon. The hot cross buns of Good Friday and the dyed eggs of Pasch or Easter Sunday figured in the Chaldean rites just as they do now. You see that? It says the Easter eggs, the dyed eggs, all right, on Easter Sundays was popping in the Chaldean rites just as they do it today. Just like they do it today. They dyeing eggs, they putting stripes all on it and painting it all different crazy colors, and they getting real creative with how they make these eggs. Guess what? They was doing that back then in ancient Babylon. Now we're gonna find out who they was doing it to, what type of worship they was doing it for, and how long they was doing it. Watch. It says the buns, known too by that identical name, were used in the worship of the Queen of Heaven. You see that? It was the worship of the Queen of Heaven, a pagan god. It says the buns, known too by that identical name, were used in the worship of the Queen of Heaven, the goddess Easter. As early as the days of Cecrops, the founder of Athens, that is 1,500 years before the Christian era. You see that? So they said they were making these cross buns and they were using them to worship the Queen of Heaven, the goddess of Easter, a fertility goddess. And then they said it was 1,500 years before the Christian era that they was doing all of this. So this lets you know this had nothing to do with a Christ. Nothing at all. These people been dyeing eggs. They've been dealing with the hot cross buns, all in ancient Babylon. These are all Chaldean customs. And you're going to find out who that Queen of Heaven, that goddess is too. You're going to find out who she is as we continue on in this lesson. But let's show you and get an account of it out of the Bible to show you that they were doing this even during the time of Jeremiah, who was in the Babylonian captivity. Jeremiah chapter 7 and verse 18. It says the children gather wood and the fathers kindle the fire and the woman knead their dough. You see that? So it says the children gather the wood while the father making a fire. The father trying to kindle the fire up so when the children bring the wood, they can keep the fire going. And while all that's going on, you got the women in the kitchen, they making the dough.
I do believe that.
And let's see what they're going to be doing with all of this. To make cakes.
His name Yeshua. I tell everybody his name Yeshua.
Make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, the same queen we just read about in the two Babylons, the goddess Easter. Jeremiah was dealing with the same people doing the same thing, and during the time of Jeremiah that they was doing in ancient Babylon. It's the same exact customs and the same exact people. And to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. You see that? The Most High said that provokes him to anger because you worshiping another god. It says the hot cross buns are now offered but eaten on the festival of Astarte. You see that? Still going into the Babylonian pagan worship. But let's find out who this Astarte is so you can get a better understanding of what
I already saw it.
Celebrating. Watch. Okay, we're going to be getting this definition from the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. We're going to be reading on the left-hand side. It says Ashtaroth, Astarte, It says Ashtaroth is plural of Ashtoreth, name of any of the fertility goddesses of the ancient Near East. Babylonian, Ishtar. You see that? Ishtar is the same thing as Easter. It says Greek, Astarte. In Canaan, a consort of El, Baal. You see that? A consort of El. So this queen of heaven, this fertility goddess, it says was a consort, meaning a wife of Baal.
Nimrod.
That's who she was, the wife of Baal. Now let's go further into the Zondervan Bible Dictionary so we can find out who Baal is.
Baal is like is Nimrod.
Side, it says Baal Zebub. Baal Zebub. Because Baal is not just, they go by many different names. Baal Tamar, Baal Berith. It's many different names. But it says Baal Zebub. It says the name under which Baal was worshipped by the Philistines of Ekron. Azariah consulted him to find out whether he should recover from his illness and was therefore rebuked by Elijah. There can be little doubt that Beelzebub is the same name as Beelzebub. Beelzebub and Beelzebub is the same thing. Beelzebub is the chief demon. So
these are some wicked demons, right?
Wife of Beelzebub, the chief demon. That's what it's going into. So every time you celebrating Easter and you making Easter eggs and you doing all of these different things, you are worshiping the Queen Mother of Heaven, the fertility goddess. That's what you're celebrating. All right, watch. It says, but this leaves no clear doubt as to whence they had been arrived. The origin of the Posh eggs is just as clear. You see that? It says the origin of the Posh eggs. You see that? So dying those eggs and doing all of that, it has a origin. The eggs didn't just pop up out of nowhere and they say, you know what? We're just going to add some eggs in there on Easter Sunday. We're just going to add some eggs in. We're going to make it look good by adding some eggs. We're going to dye them. We're going to paint them all these different colors and we're going to add them eggs in. No, those eggs have an origin and they're going to tell you what you're celebrating. Watch, they're going to tell you as we read on what those eggs represent. Watch. It says the ancient Druids bore an egg as the sacred emblem of their order. You see that? It says the ancient Druids. These are the Europeans, the Britons, the Irish, all right? Those people were dealing with eggs way back then before Christ. They was dealing with eggs. It says in the Dionysiaca or mysteries of Bacchus, as celebrated in Athens, one part of the nocturnal ceremony consisted in the consecration of an egg. You see that? And the Athens and Bacchus, those is dealing with the Greeks. So they was dealing with eggs way back then before Christ was ever even thought of. They was dealing with eggs, dying eggs, doing all that had to do with ancient Babylon. All right? So we got Dionysiaca, we got the Greeks, we got the Irish and the Britons, right? Let's see who else is dealing with these eggs. It says the Hindu fables celebrate their Mundane egg as of a golden color. You see that? So the Hindus was also dealing with the eggs back then. They were all dealing with the eggs except the Hindus had the gold egg. So this is all ancient pagan customs. All right, let's see who else was dealing with the egg. It says the people of Japan make their sacred egg to have been brazen. So the ancient Japanese was dealing with an egg long before Christ came along. So all of this lets you know that this has nothing to do with the resurrection of Christ. All right, these are all Babylonian pagan customs. Let's see who else was dealing with that egg. It says in China, at this hour, dyed or painted eggs are used in sacred festivals, even as in this country. It says in ancient times, eggs were used in the religious rites of the Egyptians and the Greeks, and were hung up for mystic purposes in their temples. You see that? They were hung up for mystical purposes. It had nothing to do with celebrating Christ. And look, let me just make this clear. I'm not trying to beat up on Christians, and I'm not trying to tell people what to celebrate. I'm just trying to give you the origin of these things so you can be mindful on where this stuff came from. Because a lot of Christians say they follow Christ and they're celebrating Easter because of the death and resurrection of Christ, but don't realize this is all paganistic and Babylonian. That's where it came from. It has nothing to do with celebrating Christ. You see, they said at the beginning they was doing this 1,500 years before the Christian era. So that means before people even heard about a Christ or even thought about a Christ, they was dyeing eggs and painting eggs and celebrating this holiday called Easter way back then before Christ ever was even heard of. So that lets you know it has nothing to do with Christ. It's an ancient Babylonian custom. Bottom line.
Man, y'all want to go on a ride tonight? Nah. I got a couple of my good subscribers in here. Country Styling says 22. Yeah, I know that his name is Yeshua. The J, look, the J, they made the J up. Jesus, the J wasn't even in the Hebrew dictionary back when Jesus was walking this earth. His name wasn't Jesus. You feel me? So yeah. And the white, the picture that they found that they got floating around of Jesus, that we see that the known image of Jesus, that's like a homosexual dude named Caesar Borgia or something like that. Now I'm finna take y'all back to the slave boat, right? Back to the slave boat. Let's go back to the slave boat one time. Since we out here, we seeking a lot of knowledge tonight, right? Let's seek some knowledge tonight. Hold on, y'all. Don't go nowhere. If we finna get deep tonight. Hey, man. Stop, man. Chill, bro. Let's go here real quick. Man, they be moving these videos, bro. Let me see if this is it right here. Hold on now. Before long, ancient Israel experienced a civil. This ain't the one I'm looking for. Hold up, man. They done moved so many videos, bro. They know what they be doing too. I promise they know what they be doing. I promise these folks know what they be doing, y'all. See, I just got on here to do Christmas real quick. I know I'm losing a lot of people, but it's okay. When I find this video, y'all gonna be very intrigued. Why is it not on here no more though? That's what I'm saying. Hold up. Y'all gonna make me search for this thing and I'm gonna find it. And I'm gonna come back on here and we're gonna talk about this thing in the morning or something. Cause I can't find it. And this dude here that I be talking about, he come with all the truth. She said, no prophet has never gave the date he was born, December the 25th. Nowhere is it in the Bible. Fact, that's what I'm sitting here telling people. That's the point that I'm trying to shine a light on for the people to see. You know what I'm saying? And why can't I find this video? I cannot find this video, man. Hey, why that thing just told me YouTube crashed, bro? Y'all want to see what this thing just told me? Look. This thing just popped up. Hold on. Hey, look, y'all. Hey, this thing just popped up on here and said YouTube crashed. Like, really? Y'all see that? That thing said YouTube crashed. That's crazy. Well, guess what, folks? Hey, YouTube done crashed on us, man. That's what it's telling me. What's going on YouTube for it to crash, bro? Well, folks, they say YouTube done crashed, bro. Bro, you can go up and answer my question about my birthday. About what? When you were saying what? Like, who can celebrate you? Like, the truth about birthdays is, for real, we're not supposed to glorify ourselves, and nobody's supposed to glorify you either. Like, I ain't saying that you ain't supposed to recognize, like, this is my birthday. But if you want to think about it and get for real about it, for real, hold on, let me break it down real quick. If y'all want to get for real about it, for real, though, for real, this is just how I feel about it, like, for real. How I feel about birthdays, right? I feel like your birthday would never come back around again. That's how I feel like all of us are special, right? And the day, the time, the hour that we was born or whatever, the second we came out and we was born, I don't think that day ever come back around again. Cause it happened this day. Just cause it's a years ago from now, we just keep track and know how old we are and stuff like that. But that's just my thoughts on birthdays right there. I don't think that we should be celebrating birthdays. I don't think nobody should celebrate us. You know what I'm saying? Cause we're not supposed to be doing all that stuff. Yes, you saw that. What? I read your what you talking about? Which one you talking about? What that? So is it okay if others celebrate us? So is it okay if others celebrate us? I don't know. I don't think that we should celebrate birthdays though, for real. Like I don't think birthdays. I think birthdays is like when you lift up yourself, like, so I don't feel like that's a holiday that we should be celebrating, like, for real. Yes, I saw that. So what did you saying, E? Me and Miss D want to know. All right, let me go to the thing and look up some birthdays then, cause I'm just telling y'all how I feel about it. Let me look up some people who got like knowledge about like should we be celebrating birthdays and see. I just don't feel like I feel like your birth date is your date, but the day that you was born, that's like can never come back again. It's a date that's in history. All right, should we celebrate our birthdays? All right, this is an apostle that's gonna tell us about celebrating birthdays.
Hearts of Israel are opening to the gospel like we've never seen before. Just in 2024, we had over 20. I told them every time you celebrate your birthday, don't celebrate how old you are. You are celebrating what is left. If
And I watch him.
years, you are not 30 years. You are X years minus 30. That's what you have left. You can't do anything about the 30 years that has passed. And only God knows what that X is. So now that you celebrated 31, 51, 61, 71, just be aware that you celebrated X years minus what you are rejoicing over now. Every birthday comes with a letter from your future. I'm coming. There are many angry people today, angry at the victory of others, not knowing that they wasted their opportunity because the same Lord is rich unto all. They see a beautiful car, they insult the person. They see God using people, they say, no, we are mean. So it's not about biases and prejudices. Now, the beautiful thing about life is you may not do anything about yesterday, but the time is the seasons are still oscillating while the earth remains. You can make up your mind and say, from this place now, I will start walking conscious of seasons. With that consciousness, every time I see the day bright and beautiful, I know that it's an opportunity to build capacity. Let me give you number 2. Is God helping someone? Give everybody you love this message. Give them as a birthday gift. Wrap it on an MP3 and add it up with the cake. And say, while I'm celebrating you, would you mind having this? Transfer it and tell. So should Christians be celebrating birthdays? That's what we're going to take a look at today's video cover. So let's get started. Now I'm going to start the video by clarifying a few things. I'm not going to be referencing cakes, candles, or any other customary things that we might do today. So don't actually think the video about that, okay? I may do another video at some point in the future talking about cakes, candles, something like that. But this video is very specific just about should we specifically celebrate birthdays based on what the Bible says. So there are people out there that basically say the Bible says that you shouldn't celebrate birthdays under any circumstances. And I don't believe or quite despite any particular verse in the Bible that says you should not celebrate your birthday. But why do some people come to this conclusion? Let's take a look at some of the reasons why. So some people look at the fact that the first time we actually see the words birthday in the Bible is actually describing the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt in Genesis chapter 40. And the Pharaoh is in the Bible.
You can't hear, it's kind of low, right?
Just character. So some people look at that and say the Pharaoh is the first person we see celebrating a birthday. So as a Christian, you should do too. Okay, but even specifically when you look at this point, and this isn't something I'm really using as a point of defense as to whether you should celebrate a birthday or not, but this is a.
Let me look at Mark. I like Mark the Messenger, man. Listen to Mark the Messenger. I've been watching Mark for some years.
Satanic holidays, pagan holidays, because they.
Man, what? Come on, man. Let me play Mark the Messenger, man. I like Mark. I've been rocking with Mark for quite some time now.
The churches, their family, their friends, the media, the world, pretty much. Remember, the world has no truth in them. Okay? To celebrate things like Halloween, Easter, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Father's Day. I know some people are saying, well, Father's Day, Mother's Day, really? I'm going to explain this video, okay? And I also have God's holidays. For those who don't know, God's name in Hebrew is Yahweh, so I put Yah, okay, because this is all about being set apart. Now, if you call God or Yah, okay, it's all good. I don't have that religious spirit to condemn people for using what name you want to use, okay? So before we start this video, remember, God says to be holy, be set apart, even as I am set apart, in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 15, okay? A lot of people, they're religious, even though God doesn't instruct anybody to be religious.
Yeah, I believe that all the blacks in the United States, I really believe that we are the real Jews and the Hebrews of the Bible. Like, I really believe that.
Celebrating the Sabbath day, the holy days I'm going to go over, right? They think that's bondage, but what this actually does is it keeps your mind centered on Him, okay? And I'm going to go in, because see, they don't teach us. How come I never knew about the Sabbath day at church, the Christian church? I didn't know about the Day of Atonement. I didn't know about the Passover. I didn't know who the real children of Israel are. I didn't know that. They didn't teach me that in the church. That's why the Bible says we must study to show ourselves approved. You can't blame the pastor.
Facts.
You can't blame them. You got to blame yourself, because we all have our own Bible we could read at the end of the day, or when the church service ends. It's up to you to put in the work. It's up to you to study. Okay, it's up to you to research and to understand some of the things that we did. We had no idea. And see, the Bible says that Satan deceives the entire earth. Okay, he deceives us with these holidays. To think that Jesus' birthday is on Christmas, nowhere in the scriptures, okay? But the Bible does condemn you building up a tree. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to hit, man. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I know many people won't smash the like button because I'm going against their programming. A lot of people are prepared to celebrate these holidays, okay? So I'm going to go over the Most High's holy days, okay? Let's go over this first, and I'll go over the pagan holidays next. Okay, the first thing first is the Sabbath day, okay? The Sabbath day is a day of rest. When God created the earth, even He took a day off, okay? Even He took the on the second day of the week, which is Saturday. Now you have the self-righteous Hebrews who, it's on Wednesday, it's on Thursday, man. We're living in Babylon. This is a land of confusion, okay? The other nations think it's on Sunday, but the true Sabbath day, when you look at our calendar, the one that they gave us, okay, it's on the seventh day of the week, which is on Saturday. What
Saturday.
What do on Saturday? They go clubbing, they party, turn up. The day is actually supposed to be set apart to be resting. Okay, that's when everyone's turning up. Okay, so this is in Hebrews chapter, and I made sure to go with the New Testament verse, which talks about the Sabbath day, because a lot of people, they use that verse in Colossians chapter 2, verse 16 to 17. They think that means that you don't have to keep the Sabbath day no more. But what Paul was actually telling people, it says, let no man judge you for keeping the Sabbath day. Why would Paul tell people not to keep the Sabbath day when he was keeping it? That verse means that, people love to use that verse. It means that don't let no one judge you for keeping God's laws. Don't let no one judge you for keeping the Sabbath. People use that to make it seem like you don't have to keep the Sabbath no more. But check this out. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 9 to 12. There remain therefore a rest to the people of God. For he that entered into rest, he also has keys from his own works, as God did from his. Okay, let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. Okay, this is in Hebrews. This is a New Testament, because some people don't believe in they only believe in the New Testament. Okay, check this out, verse 12. It says, for the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the diviner asunder of the soul and the spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is the discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. Okay, so the Sabbath day, that's the seventh day of the week, a day of rest, a day of no working. Okay, no buying, no selling. No buying, no selling, no working, and no laboring, and no cooking. Now, if you want to cook, have it prepared. That's why they call it the prep day, the day before the Sabbath, to have everything ready. Okay, the Sabbath is on Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. I already have like a 15-minute video talking about that, so if you guys want to look it up, Mark the Messenger, Sabbath day. Okay, next one up will be the Day of Atonement. This day just passed. Okay, this is why I understand why God has this holy days. Okay, I understand now why, because it's all to keep your mind centered on Him. The Day of Atonement is a day of where you're fasting. Okay, it's a day of afflicting your soul. It talks about that in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 27. The day to afflict your soul. So it's not only like a water fast; it's a dry fast. Because when you're afflicting your soul, That means you're fully giving up the flesh. Even if you guys are married, you're not even supposed to have sex on the day. Okay, so no sex, no water, no food. Now, if you have medical conditions, okay, consult your doctor. I'm not a doctor. I gotta say that to make it be very clear. But that's what the Day of Atonement is. To afflict your souls, do dry fasting, no sex, no working, nothing like that. Okay. And also a day of repentance too. Like what I like to do on the Day of Atonement is write down like sins that I'm struggling with, and repent out. Of course, repent from it. But what can I do to fight some certain things up? Okay, so the Day of Atonement, it just passed. Some people are still celebrating it now. It's for one day. It's let's actually read it.
Your adventure awaits right now. We have amazing deals that you can't miss. With our exclusive financing and customer cash options, your dream ride is closer than ever.
My biggest concern when I was thinking of getting Botox Cosmetics was
losing my expression. I wanted
to read us. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 27. It says, also the 10th
Stop,
day,
boy, moving.
There shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy congregation unto you. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offer made by the fire unto the Lord. Okay, so afflicting your souls. That's why I said you're not supposed to have sex with your spouse. Okay, next one up is a Passover. This should be the actual day, which Easter, which is a pagan holiday, but this is what people should be actually celebrating. Okay, the Passover. What is the Passover? Okay, this is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 5. It says, in the 14th day of the first month, at even is the Lord's Passover. Okay, so the Passover is a remembrance of, when the Israelites passed Egypt. Okay, passed in Egypt, and it was for 7 days. And in those days, they ate lamb, which I don't understand why, you have some Christians telling you, or some Hebrews telling you too as well, that we're supposed to be vegan, which is not true, because even our ancestors were eating meat. They ate lamb. Okay, so if you want to be vegan, that's cool, but don't be telling people not to eat meat because you're gonna go to hell. You have some people saying that, like, it's just crazy. Okay, so consuming lamb on that day, and just remembrance of what God did to our ancestors. Okay, and you don't have to be a Hebrew or a Jew to celebrate these things. You don't have to. Okay, I know some people might believe that, and also, like I said, guys, all this does, guys, it keeps your mind centered on God. Okay, that's a beautiful thing. That's what we should be having in our minds too. Not this type of stuff. Okay, so that's what the Passover for, is for 7 days. Some people say it's 8 days. For me, I just keep 7 days. Okay, next one up is the Feast of Trumpets. Okay, let's read this verse. This is in Leviticus chapter 23. It says 23-25. I thought I already had it saved. All right, whatever. All right. Okay, so the Feast of Trumpets. So it says, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, you shall have a Sabbath and a memorial blowing of trumpets and holy convocation. You shall do no work therein, but you shall offer an offering made.
Hey, country, is this your first time coming over here?
Moses saying, and also the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement, and it shall be a holy congregation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls. I already read that, but anyways, okay, so the Feast of the Trumpets is pretty much a day of repentance, okay? And notice how I say all these days, it all goes back.
Country, are you a new subscriber?
Keeping your mind on the Most High, okay? What He did to your ancestors, what He did in the past, and see, I understand a lot of people when it comes to Christmas, they want to use that as Jesus' birthday and stuff like that. But guys, we want to be followers of the truth, okay? Nowhere in the scriptures, nowhere in the Bible does it state Jesus' birthday. Nowhere. I don't know how Satan fooled the entire earth to make people believe that this is the day that Jesus was born. I don't know how. I understand how, because he's a prince and he's a god of this earth. Okay, so he can easily fool and deceive people by using the media to program and push that narrative. Okay, so that's what the Feast of Trumpets is pretty much symbolism for, is to repent. Okay, next one up is the Tabernacles, and this is right after the atonement. Okay, so this is in Leviticus chapter. This is going to be a long verse, but it says, so this is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 33. 34 to 38. Okay, so it says, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be a holy congregation. You shall do no work therein. So a lot of this stuff, too, guys, before I go on, is to stop working, okay? Just for a day or Passover 7 days. So it's pretty much no working, and it's what that does is it helps you keep your mind on it. You don't have to worry about how am I going to pay my bills, guys. If you're honoring God's commandments, His laws, and you're being obedient, you don't have to worry about how am I going to pay my bills. God will have that covered for you. So you don't want to have a carnal mind when it comes to keeping God's holy days. Okay. So
Right.
Shall you make an offering made by fire unto the Lord? On the 8th day shall be a holy congregation unto you, and you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly that ye shall do no work therein. Okay. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy congregation, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon this day. Okay, so that's what it's really about, guys. It's all about it. So check this out. So this is in verse 42 to 44. It says, "Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days, and all the Israelites born shall dwell in booths, and that your generation may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt, and I am the Lord your God." And Moses declared to the children of Israel, "Feast to the Lord." So yes, you guys dwell in tents, and see.
Whenever you hear the word Egypt in the Bible, it's talking about bondage.
To actually get a tent. That's what our ancestors were doing, believe it or not. Okay, that's in the scriptures. Okay, to get a tent to stay there for 7 days. I can't wait to do that, guys. To have my family. Most high willing. Who knows? Because we're in the days where who knows what can happen. But just remember, my ancestors used to do that. Okay, now like I said, guys, are you gonna go to hell for not getting a tent and keeping the Passover? Are you gonna miss out on your blessings, guys? No, you won't. But like I said, these are just things that they don't teach us. They don't teach us about the true holy days. Okay, so yeah, check that. But when you get judged by God by keeping Satan's holidays and pagan holidays, yes, you will. Okay, now if you don't know, like if the people who don't watch this video, the people who are unaware, they won't be judged. But if you're watching these type of videos, this type of content, and you're still partaking in this, yes, God's gonna judge you. Okay. Next one up is the Feast of the Unleavened Bread. Okay, and that's believe, guys, in the New Testament, they were actually keeping Paul and all of them. They were all keeping these days. Okay, this is in 1 Corinthians chapter 5. 1 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 8. It says, "Therefore let's keep the feast." Okay, so yes, they were keeping the feast days. Okay, therefore let's keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy chapter 16 verse 3. It says that thou shalt eat no leavened bread with it. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread therein, even the bread of affliction. For thou came forth out of the land of Egypt in haste, that they may remember the day when thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt, all the days of my life. So the Passover and the feast of unleavened bread, all to remember what God did to our ancestors in Egypt when He helped them escape the oppressors. Okay, so that's what it's all about, guys. All to keep your mind in remembrance. That's what God's holy days are for. Okay, Satan's holidays. Let's talk about Satan's holidays now. Okay, Halloween. A lot of people are unaware. Now, this is kind of obvious, but I mean, some Christians just have itching ears. Some are not. Many are called, few are chosen. So, but if you actually do your research on Halloween, what they did back in the days, they would, I don't want to trigger any algorithms, but they would force people to have intercourse with them. The R word, R-A-P-E. Okay, they would do that, right? And with young children, that's what they used to do, guys. And now we celebrate it. Just so we're just doing it for just to pass out candy. My children just want to have some candy. If you guys want your children to have candy, go to the store and buy them candy. You got to be careful who you're giving out candy to. You have witches who put spells on these candy, and you're already giving it to the children. You have every year on Halloween, there's always incidents where people put some crazy stuff in the candy box every year. Okay, so be very cautious, and I would not. Be very cautious. Don't even celebrate Halloween, guys. Don't have your lights on. Don't get your pumpkin. The Bible says in Ephesians 1 chapter 5 verse 22, abstain from all evil appearance, guys. Halloween is evil. You have people dressing up as witches, warlocks, demons. The whole world seems to be on demon time. You have people dressing up as Satan himself. A lot of people back in the days, you had a lot of. I remember back. I used to go to those parties when I was younger. A lot of these females dressing up as Satan. Okay, a lot of these, it's like they love them. Man, it's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. All right, so that's kind of self-explanatory. Halloween. The next one up is Easter. And people are unaware that bunnies do not even lay eggs, guys. If you actually do your research, bunnies don't even lay eggs. And let's look at the origins. Let's look at the origins of Easter. All you have to do, guys, is type in on Google, is Easter a pagan holiday? It'll show you, okay? But people don't do their research. People just see what everyone else is doing, like a sheep, and okay, I'm gonna just follow, you know. But the Bible says the blind, all shall fall into the ditch, okay? So Issachar, Easter is actually the god is actually, you're actually celebrating pagan gods, guys. Yes, okay. It's called Ishtar. Okay, so it says Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar, the Assyrian and Babylonian godiness of fertility and sex. Her symbols, like the egg and the bunny, were and still the fertility and sex symbols. Or did you actually think eggs and bunnies had anything to do with the resurrection? What does eggs and bunnies have anything to do with Jesus' resurrection? Nothing. Okay, so you see how Satan fools the people? All right, check this out. After Constantine decided to Christianize the empire, Easter was changed to represent Jesus. But its roots, Easter, which is now how you pronounce Ishtar, is all about celebrating fertility and sex. Yes. Hey, guys, this is Babylon. There's nothing new under the sun. They were back in Babylon days, guys. They were celebrating Easter. It wasn't because of Jesus. Now they just kept the roots because they linked it to be Christians. They linked it to the resurrection, which has nothing to do with the resurrection. Okay, and I know a lot of people are going to get offended because that's what the truth does. Okay, so always understand, guys. If you guys want to actually celebrate, you know, if you guys want to actually, I don't want to say Easter, but you actually want to celebrate something that's similar to that, will be the Passover. Okay, the Passover. Now, this is actually for 7 days. I know some people say 8 days, but for me, when I read the Bible, it said, I don't know how people got 8. All right, next one up is Christmas. Okay, yes, God, I don't understand. I understand because Satan sees the entire earth, but where in the Bible, guys, like I said, guys, I'll give someone $1,000. Now, I'll take this back. I'll give someone 10 racks. If you could tell me, you could show me a Bible verse where it shows Jesus' birthday. It does not. I read the Bible multiple times from front to back. It does not show Jesus' birthday. But they just gave us a date, and people are simple-minded. They don't do their research. The Bible says that the simple believe every word, but the prudent, the wise, do the prudent. Okay, so let me read that real quick. So it says, the foolish believe. Oh, sorry, the simple. Okay, my fault. I want to make sure I say this right. All right, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 15 says, the simple believe every word, but the prudent man look well to his horn. So the prudent, the wise, he takes his time to research, he takes his time to study, to make sure what he's doing, you know, correlates with the Bible. Okay, and let's go look at this, guys. Okay, this is in Jeremiah chapter 2. I left it right here. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse.
I had no idea that there were other people like me out there living their lives. Ask your healthcare provider if Big Target is right for you.
Hey, this thing can get deep, man. I don't know if y'all still watching it or whatever, but like it can get really deep, right? She said, Country Styling 22 say, what spirit do you find of a person that says they love celebrating Halloween? When I see people that love that, I be like, man, look here, boy, like, and it's crazy because some people, that's their favorite holiday. Like, out of all of the pagan holidays that you could pick to be your favorite, you chose this one. But what people don't know is Christmas is more evil than Halloween. From what we learned about Christmas, right? Christmas is way more sinister than Halloween. Halloween just kick it off. Halloween get all that stuff started up. It start getting people, it jump you right into that mode of being like I guess that's how they keep people thrown off, right? My bad. Man, chill, bro. I guess that's how they keep people thrown off. Man, stop it. That's how they throw people off. Like they kick that evil stuff off right there at Thanksgiving. Man, look at this dog, y'all. Who want a dog? He won't let me be great for nothing, bro. Man, what's up? Y'all see him? He won't let me be great for nothing. Look, man, look at the people. Don't kiss me, bro. Say what's up. Look, man. Hey, look. Stop biting, bro. Look. Say what's up. Say what's up right here. Man. Watch him. Man, tripping, y'all. Look at man. Man, look. Tell the people that don't celebrate Christmas. Look. Tell them. Nah, it is. She said he looks mean. This dog he a baby, man. He only 5 months, going on 6 months. But he a baby, man. He a real baby. Man. Look. Hey, stop, man. Chill. Man, look. Look, everybody watching you gnaw on my hand, bro. Look. Man. Look. Come here. Look. Come on. Man. Watch him. Watch him, man. Get on your job, man. Watch him, man. Watch him. Get on your job, man. Watch him. Hey, man, be watching, boy. Watch it. Watch him, man. Watch him. I tell him that, boy, he get on alert. Come on. Get up there. Come on, get up there. Y'all see him jump up there? Watch him. Watch him, man. Watch him. Man looking for anything that move, boy. Hey, this is gonna be my guard dog right here. Now I'm telling you, y'all ain't gonna be able to run up on Raw. Watch him, man. Turn the light on so y'all can see him. Man. Say what's up. Man. Man ain't playing with y'all, man. Man. They say you look mean, man. Smile for him. Look. Here. You know what here mean, don't you? You start looking at my hand when I say here. Man. Man ain't studying nothing right now. Y'all want to hear man holler? Let me see. Halloween is celebrating demons, giving them glory. That's the same thing about Christmas and all these other pagan holidays. Same thing about Christmas. It's the same exact thing about Christmas. Y'all want to hear me mess with my dog? Watch this. Watch man finna snap. I play that sound, he get the barking loud. He ain't gonna do it right now. Man, I play that drum, he get the Yeah, she say Halloween is celebrating demons. He on guard right now. He on me right now. Look, he won't stop, man. Man. What's up, bro? What you want? What you want, man? What you want? What you want? What you want? What you want, man? What you want? You want a hug? Man want a hug. Man want a hug. Get up there. Get up there. Get up here. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. That man ain't tripping right now. Yeah, man, we done been on live almost 2 hours, man. Y'all learned some good stuff tonight, though, man. I'm sorry for putting that in y'all face. So y'all heard what Mark the Messenger said. He said, now that y'all done watched this and seen this truth, God gonna judge y'all now for celebrating them holidays. Man, calm down, bro. I'm finna get off the live. See, he wanna play. Man wants some love, and look. That's all he want. He said, man, come on, man, hurry up, man. Now you done got Rocky started. Oh, Rocky heard that noise. He barking. She said, yes, thanks for sharing. Big Gorillas in the chat. Hey, Country Styling, are you a man or a female? I don't want to be calling you like saying her and he. I want to know what you is like. I don't want to call you a her and you a he. Stop, bro. Move. And is this your first time coming over here? Shout out to the, we got one new subscriber that's like being verified already. We got one new subscriber off the live today. Hey, I think y'all like these lives lately, right? Calm down. Y'all like these lives lately, right? Cause like I know Miss D over here, like she picking up all the sauce. Miss D picking up all the jewels, like she picking them up. It's good to get on here and learn something though, for real, man. And I like coming with the knowledge, like, for real. Stop, bro. Stop. Calm down. Get off me. All that licking junk, bro. Go on somewhere. Man. She said, Miss D, yes, I learned a lot, like, for real. It's good though. Now y'all know where to start, where to begin at. And she like, yes, I like learning and sharing. Yeah, that's what's up. So I like doing these lives because I like to have these conversations and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna lie, this was a very like dope live to me because the type videos that I played on here, this is just the type stuff that I like to watch. You know what I'm saying? I love watching videos like this because I love to learn stuff too. Cause I question just about everything, man. Like I question just about everything. Like I don't question everything, but just about everything I question. Like I will. But it's getting late over here, y'all. I gotta get my black butt up early in the morning, man. I gotta go make this delivery. I'm trying to get back to Texas, man, before the holidays start. I really don't want to be on the road for the holiday. But yeah, I'm trying to get my black butt back to Texas, man. I'm all the way up here in North Carolina right now. In the middle of nowhere. Just out here. Like I'm just out here in the middle of nowhere. Ain't nothing over here, like, you feel me? I'm at a little rundown, little mom and pop truck stop. And I'm just sitting out here, y'all. Look. Ain't nothing out here, bro. Ain't nothing going on. Nothing going on out here, y'all. It's at a sand lot. Ain't nothing going on out here. Man, stop, bro. Calm your little butt down. It seems like every live you're gaining new subscribers. Congratulations. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. That's why I want to know about Country Styling. Like, is this your first live? I don't know if she's still here or he's still here. Like, is this your first live coming through? I never saw you before. So I'm just going to guess that we got 2 new subscribers tonight. I'm just going to guess we got 2 new people tonight. Stop, man. Yeah, let me go, because I'm finna go walk this dog. Because I think that's what he want to do too, man. Like, he keep jumping on me doing all this craziness. Tell everybody, say bye to Man. Tell Man good night. Come here. Come, don't be mean. Come say good night. Say good night to everybody, Man. Say good night. Say good night, Man. Look at that truck riding by. Look how he get it looking. Truck ride by, Man on point. Tell everybody good night, boy. Tell everybody good night, Man. Like, man, please. Look at him. Can't nothing ride past without him up here. Look. She say, let him, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. All right, man. Y'all have a good night. Hey, everybody that's new, she said, but my brother, you can't sugarcoat the word to please mankind. You got to say what's Bible. That's what I be doing. Like, I don't sugarcoat nothing. Everybody that know me, they know that I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't get on here. If you go back and watch my live I did about the TD Jakes thing and everything else, go back on up and you will see me talk about, I talk all about the Bible. Like, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I really don't sugarcoat nothing on here. Like, the truth, sometimes I tell people the truth. The truth is the word, right? And the truth do 2 things. The truth will hurt your feelings and it'll set you free. The truth to do 2 things to you. It'll hurt you, bad. Truth hurt bad, boy, when somebody tell you the truth. And it'll set you free. So I get on here. I don't just talk about what I think I know. Like, we pulled the Bible out yesterday. I got the Bible sitting right here. I was just on my other live and we were just doing all that. That's what I'm trying to see too. Cause I know from today that a lot of people come over here now. They coming from all over because, like, I'm switching up the direction of this channel right here. So I had somebody come over today that was actually from like another content creator that know another content creator that know other content creators. Like, it's like people just starting to come over here now. People starting to come over here now. Cause, like, one thing about it, like, people do come for the word, like, and like I tell everybody, I'm not a preacher. I'm just out here shining the light in places that people may not see the light. I'm just trying to bring people in. And I don't know, I'm not going that why I say I'm not a preacher is because I don't know the word of God like backwards and forwards. I haven't mastered that. But I do know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? I do know right from wrong. I haven't mastered the word of God, but I know right from wrong. And all I do is when I speak, I be trying to I speak in whatever God lay on my heart to say. That's what I say. Like, whatever he lay on my heart to say, that's exactly what I say. I don't know if they behind on the chat or what. Like, they might be behind. They might need to fast forward and speed it up. Look at this hyper dog. It's hyper little puppy. Hey. Man. I don't think it's like they not answering that question though. I don't know why. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and wait for them to answer the question either. I'm finna go walk my dog, man. It's getting cold outside, and my dog is trying to climb up on my lap right now. He ready to go. Big boy, man. You ready to go? Tell the people bye. Tell the people bye. Don't lick me in my face, bro. Tell them bye. We out of here, man. I'm finna go walk this crazy dog, man. Before he turn up on me like he tripping right now, y'all. Tell him bye, man. This dog is trying to climb up on my lap. But we finna get up out of here, man. Love yourself, hug yourself. I gotta go walk, man. He tripping. And he ain't letting me be great right now. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the morning for the coffee and conversations. Y'all be here. Hit the bell. Make sure y'all come when y'all get notified. We're gonna do a raw live in the morning, man. Let's go.